So, dear organizers, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to thank Yannis Palakakis for extending this invitation, having thus the opportunity to address you in this context. We know that the future of manufacturing is a key issue and a major point of interest for PASOK. The consecutive crises we have gone through normally should have made us, and by us I mean both the citizens, politicians, the state, the government, political parties, more cautious and more foresighted. However, the crises such as the pandemic, the climate change, the environmental distractions and the war that is still raging in Ukraine have further deteriorated the situation. We should have been more cautious because all these things are inextricably linked to the food and supply chain, energy, health, as well as the natural resources management, meaning our survival. In fact, all those crises have come to remind us of our limits, the limits that we have as societies, financial systems, healthcare systems, states, and national organizations. We have realized it is now time and imperative need to establish new bodies and organizations, because during the crisis we have witnessed the development of a food nationalist movement, meaning that exports have reduced in order to ensure the food security of their country. No one could have seen that coming, and yet it has come. This is also attested by today's meeting of Mr. Lambros and the G20 meeting just before the conclusion of the agreement for the export of the Ukrainian grain and cereals. So those crises have come to remind us of the role undertaken by the state, because the state should be there to guarantee social cohesion, environmental protection. Sustainability, in other words. Sustainability aiming at ensuring the best financial results both for people and the environment. Something that relies on three pillars: society, economy, and the environment. This is why it is combined with circular economy and renewable energy sources. So we talk about the new economic model that reduces waste, limits the need for more resources to be consumed, and also upgrades the sustainability of the system through more efficient use of the resources. The various actions and interventions for environmental protection aim at ensuring this shift towards a greener and circular farming that is resilient to crisis with low environmental footprint. This marks the reorientation of the production model, thus redefining the future of farmers and producers themselves as well as of the rural areas. This is a new framework aspiring at ensuring that this transition will happen in a just, fair, safe, transparent, sustainable and balanced way, under terms that can guarantee the food sufficiency and food security of the European Union, the production of top quality and high nutritional value products, the involvement of all the links of the supply chain, as well as all the inhabitants of rural areas. Transition towards circular economy can, according to estimates, produce a clear and net profit of up to €1.8 trillion by 2030 and yield up to 1 million new jobs in the continent of Europe. The security of the supply chain, as has already been seen in an EY survey, has become a key priority for businesses and is linked with the overall life cycle of products and services, the proper management of climate impact, as well as the integration of principles of sustainability. We know that this is a difficult issue because we know that the pressure that's been exerted on transportation has affected has brought about its repercussions on the financial aspects of the system. So ports management, roads management is something that needs to be addressed. Besides, in a globalized world where there is increasing concern about the health and hygiene of employees, shortage of raw materials, as well as environmental distractions, and they come one after the other, sustainability is considered to be one of the key criteria for the evaluation of suppliers and producers. Performance in terms of sustainability are even more important, and they are equally important factors with the quality and cost ratio of the products, the speed of response of the supply chain. And of course, all those things vary depending on the geographical area and their culture. And now, businesses have numerous technological solutions available, allowing them to set goals to preserve sustainability and security of the supply chain. The businesses that now operate in sustainable development conditions and adopting such similar approaches, I'm talking about the reduction of the carbon footprint or the use of environmental friendly vehicles fleet, as well as those aiming at reducing their environmental footprint, will improve and boost their competitiveness and will also reduce their operational expenses. And of course, are going to promote innovation, boosting productivity and increasing their brand awareness. Sustainability matters are a key priority both at political and social, economic and business levels. Mature businesses, apart from regular controls and audits, invest in training and education as well as suppliers' reward schemes. The businesses that have included sustainability at the core of their operation adopt those activities to areas where they come to buy or sell products and services, and those businesses are also supported by the state. For the next day, what we want? Well, we want to ensure that the risk of society will be limited, and the same will apply to corporate businesses. We know that in the year 2022, certain decisions are expected by the European Commission regarding the management of supply chain in terms of their publication responsibility. As it is known, ladies and gentlemen, in our country the majority of businesses is represented by small and medium-sized enterprises, and we know that this goes beyond the European definition because sometimes this refers to large businesses for the Greek reality. So comprehensive support is required through the support, basic guidance, as well as implementation of tools that will allow them to opt for the right sustainability policies. At the same time, this design needs to consider key issues about sustainability and resilience of the supply chain. For example, health and safety at the workplace, environmental protection, local societies and businesses, ethical behavior and compliance with regulatory framework and company reputation. We at PASOK have always acknowledged the critical role undertaken by our country, undertaken by these businesses, and we know that farming, fisheries and livestock breeding contributes to ensuring social cohesion, especially in rural areas. It is a standing belief that we want to have a human-friendly production that forms the basis for a sustainable food policy with the use of organic means of production. We want to boost precision-method farming in order to reduce the fertilizers administered, and we want to boost certain traditional products, further boost the fertility of our soil and promote an effective waste management system for the relevant units. We also want to ensure that irrigation water will be available to all farmers. Today, this discussion has to do with energy, but we hope, but we know that water management will be the next upcoming hot topic. And this is why we propose midterm measures such as boosting and enhancing the interconnected systems in order to boost the production based on renewable energy sources. We know that we need to collaborate with farm station. The farming sector should participate in the greening of all the activities and operations. We want to ensure that pollutions will also be managed in a better way. Carbon sequestration techniques will be further boosted and promoted. We also want to promote the openness of our country in order to promote our products all around the world, and they want them to enjoy the right type and level of support, both in financial and practical terms. We want to ensure the restructuring of all those resources in order to achieve substantial and right utilization of the resources. We want to create an extensive system of small but effective dams in order to restrain superficial water. Those are just a few of the proposals we have. At the same time, we want to criticize the government for all those things. We want to say that for the time being, no discussion is being made about the new CAP with a view to having the disbursement and use, well, you know what use that will be, of the community funds. We know that there's no front-loaded use of the recovery fund that has been disbursed to Greece after the pandemic. I'd like to remind you that the entire primary sector has been seen as a non-affected sector. And we know that today's government is unable to understand and realize the role held by the state for those critical sectors of the economy in order to highlight all those things. The leadership of the Ministry of Rural Development is too introvert to invest in top-quality resources in farming, fisheries and livestock breeding. They are unable to look at the right policies that will shield and protect the food security of our country. This is an issue that has emerged after the pandemic and the war in Ukraine. Hopefully, for the time being, we have not experienced the full repercussions of that, but we also need to have policies that will look forward in order to prevent the worst. We need to change our culture and mindset, and this needs to ensure the food security as well as resources protection in order to prevent inequalities in terms of access to basic goods. Our population is shrinking. I'm talking about rural population, and I come from a rural area that back in 2017 was the first region among the European Union regions in terms of specialization. I'm talking about the prefecture of Ilia. I'm afraid that today we no longer have the adequate population to run those things, so we need to better organize the farmers' training and specialization, vocational training systems, because today knowledge does not travel across generations. Knowledge should be provided and the modern means that are currently available, because this requires the modernization of the primary sector, and we all need to rely on that, and we also need to invest in that. And for us at PASOK, this is a key priority. Again, I would like to thank you for extending this invitation. I'm looking forward to listening to the other speakers and the works of this conference. I'm confident that those results will, and conclusions will support the primary sector and the farming sector, the manufacturing and processing sectors, things that can lead to higher revenue for this country. Thank you so much for your attention.